site don't work anymore. Going into tank picks, it is going the distance. So part of the prediction is right. We're just gonna have to see who takes home the final points, because basically both teams are guaranteed 1 point now because they've guaranteed a result, and the winner of the tiebreaker will get 2 points. And that extra point, especially when these are head-to-head with teams kind of vying for a playoff position later on in the season.
Yeah, it's one of those scenarios where
it can be a tiebreaker of overall standings eventually. This point can actually matter a lot down the line.
Yeah, and like I said before, I think Toma just wanted to finish it. They wanted a brawl, and they wanted to finish that fight, and it just didn't go the way that they wanted it to, which is unfortunate. And now we're at a tiebreaker where they are on defense because they had the faster attack. I'm guessing the faster attack was... It was a proc.
That proc game. Because that proc game was fast. That was like a 3-minute game.
It was very quick.
There was like 5 minutes left on the clock, or 4:45, and it was over. And looking at the tank picks here, credit to Flair as well. Toma took 3 in a row, and Flair didn't kind of shut down. They said, okay, well, then let's just bring it back on step. And they just 2-0'd on step. So they got 2-0'd on Himmelsdorf.
Well, the one thing I will say is, like, Flair has, like, they have a team that, like, you know, they have people with experience that aren't going to get tilted like some of the newer guys might, you know?
Mm-hmm. So. It's very common in gaming and World of Tanks especially. People go on
tilt, because you have like
they just say, "Oh, I don't want to be here. I just want
I know for a fact PM Dark and External
is totally bad, and I don't want to be here."
I know for a fact PM Dark and External have experience in the Gold League, so therefore, like, they're probably way less likely to get tilted.
And you know what? They've all lost.
Very chill.
They've all lost at live events. They've all lost on stream. I'm saying that as a compliment. I've lost. Once you've gotten enough losses, it kind of stops phasing you in the same way for newer players. It's
mentally.
Like, I'm saying that they've also won a lot at live events and tournaments.
That's one of the hardest things.
Like, hey,
dude, that's one of the hardest things as a new competitive player, is like just taking the losses and letting them go. Right. It is so hard.
It really is, because especially when it's early on, all you can think about is this is the only experience you have is this one match or this one tournament. For them, it's like, this is my 10th tournament, 15th, 20th tournament. Like, I've lost most of them. You know, it's just, or I've lost in them. I've never, you know, you rarely go undefeated. And Hector and Sebastian, VZ Power going to J1, and looks like Sebastian will actually continue on.
Very aggressive on defense, but like you were saying, like, it is favored on defense, and I think mainly it's favored on defense because of the spawn. And the fact that you can cover both of the caps so aggressively, even with like a heavy lineup like that we're seeing here today.
And Toma committing tanks all the way south. I don't think we saw defensive teams commit, because remember those lineups we saw, like, they would stick the VZs at G1 and then flex back north if they had to.
We're going to see a crossing.
Here's the push.
They are looking to... They're like, tiebreaker. We're trying to win this. Was that 4 across?
Oh. Yep, double VZ, double IS7 have crossed.
This is not good. Like, I don't know why they're still here, and they're not looking the right way. I'm so confused. I'm guess they're just really confident the serve is going to keep those guys down.
Serve, make a lot of noise, bang some pots and pans, and just like act like you're 3 of your teammates. And Flair kind of stalling out a little bit. They didn't want to push around the corner because I guess they felt like the VZs would just kind of rope it dope and go around in circles. And Dark Ninja's fighting Sheep. And Sheep should...
If Sheep hits all his shots, he can't.
Oh, he hits a mountain.
Oh, no.
He shouldn't be able to kill Dark Ninja, but he
Dark Ninja actually could probably kill him. Well, here's the thing. Dark Ninja can keep up with the bat.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the problems with the bat.
The CS can keep up with a bat.
It normally kills a medium, but with these improved modules, look at going up and over. I don't know if it's going to be enough for him to get away, though.
Probably not. The CS has gun depression. Most likely he's just going to go to that perch and just finish him off. But here's the brawl. They waited till Luxon got into the fight, but if they pick these VZs, that's their DPM power. Looks like Luxon trying to simp. Not getting away with it, though. Oh, he is getting away with it. Oh, my God. He was able to actually get away with it and get that pick. External's going to go down next while Surf is looking to pick him. Okay, I don't know what that route was, but I digress. And it looks like they have a super conk on the top, over top, yeah, with Bloop. You know, I mean, I think it's just over for Tomatitos. Tomatitos is actually going to lose this to Team Flair. They had the wow. This is really interesting one.
And Flair hesitated on that corner. I struggle to use the word hesitate because it has like a negative connotation. I don't mean it as a negative.
Yes,
they were that J1 corner. They didn't keep going. But
correct.
That's because stuff was happening on the other side with the Bat Chat versus the CS and the Super Conquerors in the middle. That was like, hey, we don't have to go yet. Like we can.
That's kind of mean, man.
Oh, a little meme at the end. Yeah, it was a little.
Yeah, that was uncalled for, dude. Come on, brother, man. We're all good sportsmen here. Like, hey, let me just teabag him real quick with my tank, bro. Oh no. But
Flair coming back, winning 3 in a row.
Winning, dude.
To take the tiebreaker victory. Congratulations to Team
Congrats.
Flair.
I was just really surprised they let Luxon get into the fight. You know what actually triggered the push? When Luxon was coming over, he got lit doing that by their super conk, and that's what triggered their push. They're like, oh, there's only 3 tanks here, not 4. So I'm thinking they thought it was a 4v4. And then they realized Luxon was out of position, and they're like, wait a minute, it's actually not.
And once he committed down in there, he was part of the pick. If he stays up high, they're just pushing into a crossfire.
Correct.
Where they only get the VZ.
And Bastion and Hector got stuck. And it's kind of weird because I swear Serve lit that crossing.
Fluky got out 0 damage. Did he fall off the bridge?
There's no shot. Did he?
Something must have happened. But look at PM. He was the other Super Conqueror playing. I mean, for Flair, in the South, he wasn't a part of the push in the South. He was like in the South, but he's at the push.
Did he fall off the bridge? Where was he playing though?
He was on the mid. He was. I think he was like 5 line. He was on that bridge.
Wasn't he on like? He was basically on the cap, right? He was on like the. No, I think you're right. I think he was on the rails.
Yeah, and I don't know if he went like 6 line more towards where the bat was. I'm just unsure. He only got 3 shots out.
He got shot 7 times, so somebody killed him.
Yeah, he did not fall. Well, at the same time, it could also be one of those things where he was shot 7 times, like, and he fell off the bridge afterwards. Kind of like you can shoot the body. Like we need to Law and Order. We need to CSI this.
Dun dun. Okay.
Careful, we can't get copyrighted right now. But
true. Sheep, the fantasy point MVP. Even though Team Flair wins,
Sheep
is the MVP for. Here's the thing. I would, from my personal experience, I would hate being on Sheep's team right now because he's the caller and he's doing that.
Yeah, so you guys, take the hits. I've got this. I'm fantasy leader. Got it.
I don't think that's what was happening, considering he was the first one in the fight of the Kron on that loss that they had on.
It's true.
Yeah,
but
on stats.
Damage in that game.
Yeah, correct. It was just like one of those. It's one of those. I'm just saying from my personal experience, like he can just yell at you a lot more than normal.
And Luxon doing really well, kind of flying under the radar a lot of times. He played the light tank on proc, and then
Blue also doing really well. Look at him.
External PM all really up there. If you pick any of those 3, you're looking good. I think
you are looking good for the week.
I had External and Dark Ninja, and I had Sebastian and Cheap. So I got
anything over. I would say anything over like in these scenarios, anything over 320 is a really good pick. So you have like Sheep and Luxon, and External PM and Blue. Really good picks. Well,
I think we should take a very quick break here. I think about. Let me look at my timer before we get into the next match, so that we don't talk too much. Let's give it about like 8 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about the next match, which will be Cat Jam versus the Burbs. That's right, Burbology. Cat Jam versus Burbology. So yeah, we'll see you guys in about 8 minutes.
We'll see you guys in about 8 minutes.